a lot of people are starting out with KeHE. For one, it'll show, what discounts are actually available, hopefully, when you get to a certain point.
Sure.
Or two, it gives you a better understanding of how to source a supplier that's, somewhat saturated. I'd argue to say that, though.
All right. So what I'm going to do is the first step is I get this file, I get to my net cost, which, like, for an example, this is 32%. So this is volume discount plus promotion. This is what my sales rep gave for me. And my sales rep is telling me, when the deal is done. So from July 28th to the 25th of October. That way I have an understanding of kind of what's going on with specific periods of timing on specific products. Now, for majority of people that are probably looking at the sheet, this type of sheet, my sales rep, we have a good relationship. So he's willing to do some stuff like this for me. This is, why relationships are very, very important, because I think the majority of people that get a KeHE catalog, they're probably just like going into the supplier portal that they have and just going to their pricing and publications and just downloading the file and then running it through a software. And, your sales rep is your best friend, especially John said with the supplier that can have some competition. So I'm just going to download this file real quick. I'm just going to move this file and then kind of walk you through this process here. So in the corner here, we just downloaded this file. I'm going to upload this file into the software and we'll get this rocking and rolling here. So let's do KeHE, item number, unit cost, it's me net, it's net price, description, pack, it's all good. All right, cool. So once we get this all loaded in and refreshed in the software, then what we're going to do is we're going to go into the master product folder or the saved products. Now, essentially what I'm looking for is going to be any product that had an updated cost of goods that is now profitable to sell on Amazon. So instead of having to go through the scanner or the stalker for new ASINs to find, I'm just going to go to previous products that I found to then see if anything now is profitable based on this new pricing that's here. And what I mean by that, for an example, is like if we go back to this file, we're going to see that, that relatively speaking, like this came on deal in August, right? July 28th, like it just came on deal. So this product could now be potentially profitable from these brands like 88 Acres, for an example, or First Norm or 18 Chestnuts, whatever it might be. So, all right. So now that we loaded this in, or it's actively loading still, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the master product folder. I'm going to filter down by KeHE only, because that's who we're trying to upload the cost of goods for. We're going to select all, we're going to hit reload. Now, what this is going to do is this is telling the software to say, hey, if there's any products on that file that we just uploaded, that just came into the tool, please let me know what that newest cost is. And off of previous items that we've sourced, we'll be able to see, like I said, what is now profitable. All right, so this is going to tell us the catalog of where it got pulled from. So we're going to want to focus on KeHE August. And now here's all the products that we just pulled that all have this newest, latest cost. And now I can source through all of these previously found ASINs that are now profitable, right? So I can filter anything and just say, all right, 10% margin after all expenses, profit greater than $2, and profit per sale. We want to sell it more than 10 times a month. Rank, let's do between 1 to 200,000. And let's say that the product's been historically profitable as well. All right. And now we got all these products to start sourcing through again to see if they're profitable. So this product here, landed cost is $38.97. Let's open this ASIN up here. Okay, we can see that KeHE graph is pretty healthy. Prices recently rose. It was at 57 previously. At 57, we're still looking at being profitable, worst case scenario, after all expenses, right? This is including shipping and prep, but price is really selling at around 62, which is a net profit of 12% or $7.60. Right. And this product here, if we go back to this file, we're going to see that this has been on promotion and is going to actually get off of promotion in 6 days. So how many people think that this price is going to continue to go up? Yes.
I think it would actually continue to go up at that point, but
yeah, like the price. Yep. John, were you going to say something?
Yeah, just a guess though.
Yeah, 100%. Like the price is, the offer count's starting to trickle up a little bit. But in my personal opinion, I'm not too concerned about this offer count here going up the way that it is, because the promotion's about to end, right? In 6 days, this price is no longer going to be here, which supply and demand. We go back to looking at this type of listing. We were profitable at the $55 mark. Worst case scenario, we're not losing money. Is it the margin I want to sell products at? No. But worst case scenario, the price does drop. I still can make money in the product. Best case scenario is that this price is just going to continue to go up and up and up, because the period of when this product is actually going to increase in cost of goods is literally in 6 days. That you won't be able to sell this product anymore, buy this product at a cost, at least for myself, at $629, another product, right? So like we're going to add these products actually to purchase order. So we're just going to add to working PO. That first one we want to buy around 24 times, I believe it's bundle quantity 6. That's 144 units. This one here is 122 sales, 50 sold. I would like test buy like 12 units, I would say. So 36 quantity. So literally in the past 10 minutes, we were just able to find $255 in net profit by using this strategy, right? And like all we did was we found the ASINs beforehand that would be profitable on promotion, and we just waited for the price to go down. And that's it. Price goes down, we let the software do the work. Boom. Now we have these products that we can buy. And we're just going to continue to add these products to the system. Like for the next 25 minutes, we're going to walk through this motion here. 2032 is our landed cost. And this is including shipping and prep. Another good product. You know, it does seem like this product's selling a little bit slower. It's a variation listing. I can't look at the variation listing because of my account. I would physically have to like log in here to then see it. But if we take a look at this offers tab and get a gauge, 60 sold in the past 30 days. So that's still solid, right? So 60 times, let's say, how many FBA offers are on the listing? We have 10 offers, offer counts going up. We're not going to buy that product. Let's just see when the promotion is going to end though. So promo is going to end in September. So maybe this is a product I want to go back and revisit once again next month and kind of see if anything changes. But let's keep diving in. Next product here, 10% net margin, Sunshine, 23.28, selling as a case. Another one, price is trickling down a little bit, but it went back down to 37. This is a little bit slower of a mover product, 23.28. Now let's see when this promotion is going to end as well. Till 8/23. This promotion is going to end in 6 days. This is another product where there's 4 FBA sellers on the listing. This person has 1 left in stock. There's going to be 3 FBA offers. This offer count's going to go back down. If this price goes back up to this $45, $43, $44 mark, we're looking at a product that is 16% net margin after all expenses. Another good product to sell on Amazon. You know, another item that we could simply, I'm going to add it to my purchase order. I'm going to play with the timing of the product. So if I want to sell, you know, buy 18 pieces times 6, 108 units. Another item, even after all expenses right now, $77, we're going to add back in to the purchase order. This one looks like this product is selling as a 2-pack. So we need to make that pack size adjustment here. 6% net margin. Let's see. So 25. That's the bundle quantity. 25. Not profitable. This one is a 1-pack. 17.26. Brands on the listing. There are other offers on the listing, but this is a product that we're not going to add to our purchase order. This one here, 1-pack. $2.18 after all expenses. 12.67 is, or 12.67 is what our profit margin is. Okay, another one, Amazon's coming on the listing. Price is going down at this $14.99 mark. We are still making a net profit after all expenses of $1.33 at pretty much the lowest price it's been selling at. It was selling at $19.50, so there's a pretty good range of price. That being said, Amazon is on the listing. So if we take a look at this product and we just take this UPC, we're going to take a look at the dates again. Now we're going to see that this ends 8/25. Once again, promotions ending on this product. People came on this listing. People are aggressive. Why? Because the promotion's been going on for 3 months and people have been able to buy this product at whatever cost they're able to buy it at. But soon that's going to change. That's going to end. So this price will go back up to around being, 18 bucks. And at $18, you're looking at a 16% net margin after all expenses. Another healthy product to sell. 19, 18 constantly bounces up there. So the only reason why the price is going down right now is because people they don't know that their costs are literally going to increase in 6 days. They're playing the game of emotion. And this is where the difference is for a lot of sellers online, is that, you got to look at the data and make rational decisions. Like people like this seller here that's just selling through their inventory, unless they have more coming back because they're kind of thinking outside the box, they're just going to sell through and they're not going to be able to repurchase the product. And then that's it. And even for this item right now, even though the offer count is at 20, we're still making money at $14.99. I mean, it's not the best margin. It's a 9% net margin after all expenses. But that being said, we know that this price is going to increase. We know that when this offer count goes back down, which it will, because people will no longer be able to sell the product. If I was to increase my cost of goods by 15%, take a look at this product here. When we increase our cost of goods on this item from $12.50, we do 15% here. Our cost would be $10.63, right? So just like that, even at the $18 mark, you're not profitable. This is probably what a lot of people are seeing on that side of KeHE as well, is that they're seeing, 4 or 5% margins, maybe even less. And this is what's going to happen, is that people are going to sell through, price is going to go back up, they're going to miss out on the product opportunity, and then they're on this hamster wheel of again. So now I know that this is a good item. This is a product that I want to be able to purchase because I'm being strategic about how I'm going to be sending the inventory into Amazon. Another product here, going to be selling it at, call it 17 bucks. After all expenses, my cost is $8.54, $2 net profit, 12% net margin. It's a working PO. We're going to go with 2 cases, another $50 profit product. All right, this one is a 2-pack here. Still very, very profitable. Is that still? Yep, 2-pack. All right, it looks like there is no buy box on the listing, but there was a buy box here at $15, right? So at 15 bucks, we're looking at a break even. Sellers increased their price and it looks like no one else is coming back on this listing. Personally, for me, based on this data, like I'm just not profitable at this price of 14. So I'm just not too intrigued to buy this type of product because the data is telling me I'm not buying it at the right price, even on promotion. So I'm just going to move on from it. Nani's product, $3.12. Looks like it's selling as a 2-pack here once we open up the listing, and we might have to change this. Yep, selling as a 2-pack. We'll make that pack size adjustment in the tool. Okay, 1508. I believe this brand we couldn't sell just based on the brand. Yep, the brand's on the listing. Looks like there's map, right? Offer count's going up. I'm just not this is a product I'm just going to pass. And honestly, I'd almost just delete it from the folder just because there's really no point, right? We can't even sell the product, just taking up space. All right, this product here, 1-pack, $2.75. This is another good product. This is my pricing. Like I'm literally showing you guys what I can buy these products for from KeHE. This is like my real file that I literally get from my vendor, and I'm showing you guys my pricing. Like this is real. Like this is like the products are here. The opportunity is here. Regardless of whatever vendor it is, the products are here. The margins are there. You just got to break through the barrier. You just got to, get through the door with whatever vendor that there is. And then using a strategy like this is literally like, it's insane. Like this product, when did it come on promotion here? So it's been on promotion since the 30th, ending in September. Insert. So does anyone have any questions or anything about, what we're going over here?
Paul, sorry. I was just wondering, how did you isolate the discounted products in third-party profits?
So you're saying based on the updated pricing?
It seemed like they're national specials that you're working from. How did you isolate them, or did you? I feel like, am I seeing that correctly?
Yes, I did. So what I did was once I uploaded the file into the software, I would just recommend to name it a specific file name. So like this right here, I named it as KeHE August, which is the file that we're looking at here. And then when I went into the folder and I did what I did, which is I reloaded under that specific vendor, I set the column name that's called the latest cost update, and I filtered down by that specific catalog name. So now that will only show me products where the software has updated that new cost from this file.
And that's why you know that it's on discount.
Exactly, because now I'm only sourcing based off of the promotional pricing that the software just pulled in.
So for someone like me who's just kind of getting started, even building a master folder, is there any way to use the scanner to isolate products that are on promotion?
Absolutely, yeah. So inside the tool, there's a column name that's called catalog name here. So you can also just filter down, let's see, by the catalog name. So I did that as well. And then you can, then that way you're, if you have multiple catalogs in from a specific vendor, you can just source from that one catalog rather than multiple catalogs from the same supplier.
But the catalog name, like when I download on my catalog, it's downloading everything they have and the monthly discounts. That's what's on the Excel sheet. But I guess what I'm saying is there a way in third-party profits to just see the discounted items for the month or whatever?
So what I would do is I would go into your Excel file, and I'm assuming you have like a percentage off or some indicator that it is on promotion. And I would just filter that from highest to lowest. And then that way you can see, all right, these are all the products that are on promotion. And then, you'd go on the Excel file, maybe just like hit this filter button. Anything that is less than X percentage, is like your average volume discount, and then just delete those products from the file essentially.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, I mean, pretty much in the past 20 minutes, we've been able to add like $1,000 in net profit into the purchase order. Like that's awesome. That's great. So slap your mama, pack of 3 here. Let's make this pack size adjustment. Not be profitable. I kind of knew that. I've never been able to sell slap your mom on Amazon. This is definitely going to be most likely a 12 pack when we open this product up. Now, just to let you guys know, the reason why these bundle quantities are off is because in the scanner, when I added these products into the folder, I didn't make sure that the pack size was correct. So for me, this is my demo account where I'm just like showing people how to use the tool. So for you, if like you're doing it the right way, where you are overriding pack sizes and then you're saving the product, like when you upload a file, you're not going to have to sit here and adjust any of the bundle quantities. Just to let you guys know, all those bundle quantities are going to be accurate because you put it into the system as being accurate. So that way, when you do upload the file, every single product that is showing you as being profitable is actually going to be profitable. And that's why these first few items here that we found, like these 3 products or items that we added right away, was because these bundle quantities were correct and all the data was correct. So immediately there were profit opportunities for our business. Compared to like right now, we're going through and I need to adjust these once again to make sure it's actually profitable, because when I added it into the ecosystem, I didn't audit it. So this product is $16.90 after all expenses. Another product here where it's currently unavailable. Looks like this product might have been discontinued because this is like the same product where it just like fell off a cliff. Even at $27.69, I believe that this product is not going to be profitable. It's barely profitable, right? So like we're just going to move on from the item. Lovebird, $265 in profit. Take a look at this item. Another good item here, selling at $13.60-ish. That is a $2.40 profit, 18% profit margin, 80 sales a month. Another item we're going to add to the purchase order. 6 ratings, reviews are kind of low, and rating percentage is not that great. But let's see how people are selling this product. 400 sold. Wow, that's kind of crazy. I don't know if I believe that. This is saying 400 sold. 72 in groceries, not 400 sold. Maybe you could test this product. Maybe you move on from it. I don't know. I mean, for me, I would, based on the ratings here, low percentage, I'm just going to move on. There's other products out here that we can buy. Case of 4, make that adjustment, not profitable. 1 pack, Great Lakes. I'm pretty sure that this brand is very restricted, so we can't sell this product. Yeah, Great Lakes Wellness. Move on from this. I think this is selling as a 1 pack actually, and it comes as a 4 pack. Let's see here. Yep, there's got to be 4 in there. This product selling at $8.43, $1.77 after all expenses, 80 sales a month. Take a look at this offer count, offers tab here, kind of see how people are selling through their inventory. This is 124 sold. Price was selling also at $9.50. So we know that even at the highest price, we're still profitable. We're making a 30% net margin, almost 100% ROI after all expenses. Another solid product. I mean, we're not going to add in, 18, 3 cases, $50 in profit. You're investing 50 to make 50. You know, it's pretty good, not solid. And this is what I've been trying to say about like wholesale guys is like, you know, we take a look at these products that we've been adding into the software here, and we're going to delete these items. These are the items that we've added, and we've added $600 in profit, $4 in average profit per sale, 14% profit margin, 26% net ROI, you know, all like solid items, solid products. And we're at $560 in profit in the past 30 minutes. You know, if that was even the scenario, as long as you're sourcing the correct way. And this is how you're going to be able to build your relationship, you know, because if we're just placing in purchase orders that have 3, 5, 10 items, your supplier can't fill you on half of the products. We're left frustrated and angry because we're not going wide enough. We're not distributing our eggs in different baskets to allow us to hedge our risk, essentially. Yes, Zach.
Hey, Paul, a couple of questions. So I know I've asked you this, and I'm sorry to ask this again. So when you upload a new catalog to the scanner, and you've done all this bundling, refresh, what do you click in the master product folder? Because there are 2 refresh buttons. So fetch and reload from master catalog, and I get confused.
So want to use the fetch button, whether that's ASIN fetch or fetch from master product folder or master catalog, that will try to make a match in the scanner to fill out all this information that you see here, like the UPC, the vendor SKU, the case pack, without you having to physically data enter it. Reload is simply just to update the cost of goods of that new file that you have.
Okay, so it's the reload that I should be.
Correct. Yes, the reload is what's going to update the latest cost on the brand new file that you just integrated in. This kind of what we did here is exactly the way to think about one of the strategies, one of the buckets in wholesale. You know, wholesale is more than just like taking a supplier catalog, putting it into the software, any software, it doesn't matter what software it is, and source through profitable products. You know, it's about taking that step further and trying to think a little bit outside the box. And for the 8-7 people in the room here, like this is a strategy that everyone should be using in their business. What I just shared with you, you know, like the proof of concept's here and the results are here. These are real data. This is real pricing. This is real everything. And we were able to add $600 in profit, 40 minutes. You know, like that's insane. Like that's amazing. You know, imagine if you're able to do that multiple times a week, multiple times a day. How fast would you be able to grow and scale your business with the money that you're able to invest into inventory? I mean, your business would change rapidly. So these kind of strategies are crucial because it's like I'm sharing this with you guys because it's not just about this vendor. It's about Amazon. It's about thinking different. It's about thinking outside the box, thinking bigger, using strategies that 99% of other people aren't using that allows you to build a very healthy, profitable business on Amazon because you're not doing what everyone else is doing, you know, or that's why we're all in this room. That's why you guys are all taking time out of your days away from your family to learn and continue to grow your business in different ways, right? You guys got some value from the video here or, you know, the call that we've been on, but there's so many suppliers. Like recently we just placed a purchase order with the vendor that has like a trade show deal and stuff that's going on. And off that purchase order, we were able to place $22,000 in profit from that one purchase order, all on promotion, all on discounted pricing. You know, like that's like a huge gain in wholesale is capitalizing on opportunities that come and moving with speed. And the only way you guys can capitalize on those opportunities is by building that relationship with your sales rep, regardless of whatever vendor it is, to be up to date with these things. It's like the same thing as, you know, having a calendar on your phone and knowing when you need to go somewhere and why. Like, you know, I'm not sure how many people in here use Google Calendar, but I live by my calendar because it builds structure for me. And if it's not on my calendar, then it's, you know, I forget, honestly. Like I just have too many moving parts going on that I will forget. It's that same theory where if you put that down and you jot that note down, you're gonna be able to capitalize on the opportunity because you're prepared while someone else is unprepared, winging their business and treating it like a hustle, you know, and every single person in this room is in this room to be business owners, you know, to create a business that can work for them rather than you working for it. And then last thing is, guys, like I said earlier in the lesson, is that we added in a new column in the software just for everyone to know. We have the buy box availability. It is taking time to sync in the background. So this will essentially tell you, like if we open up this listing here, we go to the buy box statistics, it's going to tell you over the course of, 365 days that this product has had a buy box. It's been buy box eligible for 99% of the year. This is what's going to be in the software. So then that way you can filter out any products that haven't had a buy box. That way you can remove them. Whatever percentage that you don't like, let's say more than 50% where there's no buy box, you remove it. Whatever less than 50%, you remove it. And that way you remove those type of products. And then lastly, just one more time, I'm just going to share my screen with the changes to the interface of the software, because I just want everyone to know. So that way no one's like freaked out or confused about anything. We made some changes on the interface of the software. We're going to continue to make changes. We have a lot of stuff that's coming into the tool, but I just want to let you guys know, like this here, like traditionally, when you're moving this screen, if you're trying to collapse the screen, it's in the bottom left-hand corner. It's me up here now. This is how you're me collapsing the screen. It's me broken down into different sections of what specific things do, and just breaking down all this stuff. So that are happening on the tool, just to let you guys know.
Paul, I just had one question concerning, maybe it's already there and I just don't know, but velocity of sales, kind of along the same lines of, spreading your purchases very wide as a way of hedging risk. Is there anything like in the working or final purchase order that would be able to predict overall velocity of sales?
Like for the ASIN, are you asking if we can pull in the estimated sales of that product essentially?
Kind of like that, but like, at the full purchase order level, like you built this purchase order, this is what it looks like the average velocity of this purchase order's run through would be.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm getting this right, because I think that this is something that can be extremely valuable. So I just want to make sure I'm hitting this on the head here. You're trying to more or less see the estimated like days of inventory, how long it would take you to sell through the inventory in the purchase order.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely, 100%. We can add that in. That's a great idea. Amazing.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that is a phenomenal idea. See, this is why like I love having these calls, is because yes,
You should get equity in your product, right?
yeah. I mean,
No. You have a great product.
I love having these calls because like I obviously was able to create some form of a software, but just hearing feedback from everyone on how we can improve the tool and make it better for your businesses is like the most important thing to me, because I've been able to start something, but like this type of stuff, like that was a great idea. And then to your point, acts of like, the results and everything, like all this stuff is amazing feedback on how we can improve. So I really appreciate it, just so you guys know.
Yeah, good stuff.
Would you like to see it on like the confirmation page where it will break down like the estimated sell-through rate, or how long it would take to sell through the purchase order? Or would you prefer to see it like here? I don't know where we would add it in working. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say work.
Okay. All right, cool. Great idea. And I think something that we need to also do inside of working is I want to pull in the estimated sales of that specific ASIN. That way we can see based on the sellable quantity versus what the estimated sales are, like how much buy box percentage that you're buying for, how much based on like that listing essentially. So yeah, cool. Well, as always, if you guys have any questions or anything, you guys need any help with anything, just let me know. I'm here to help in any way that I can. As always, I appreciate everyone's feedback, and I hope you guys are also enjoying the tool and it's helping you guys in your businesses and stuff like that. And if there's any way that I can help or anything that's weird, just please let me know. As always, want to make sure that everyone feels confident in their business. So I appreciate everyone showing up. As always, thank you guys for taking time away from your family. Seriously, it means a lot to me. So tomorrow the software is going to look like this rather than what you're seeing right now. So like if anyone has third-party profits open, like on this sidebar here, this is not going to look like how it does right now. We're changing it where it's gonna be broken down, at least in my opinion, a little bit better, breaking down what different features they have. So like product research, UPC Scanner, storefront stalking, saving your products, like that's all product research related. Inventory management, I think we're going to separate purchase orders for tomorrow, any like resources, account management, stuff like that, and then all tools. So you can break down, and then what they're used for. That way, if you're confused, like let's say save products, like we're changing master product folder to save products. I just think it's gonna be like a more simple name to understand what the function's for, breaking down kind of what these different tools are. And then you can just click on any of these things and they'll bring you directly to that tool. And I know for myself, because I personally use the tool, that one of the most frustrating things that I personally experience on the software is opening up listings without a buy box. So you're going to see now, if you scroll all the way down, it's going to say buy box available, buy box availability. So this is going to tell you based on a percentage, you guys will be able to filter through to remove anything that has no buy box. Yes, Mary.
Yeah, I'm still having trouble figuring out how to add shipping costs.
Adding shipping costs to what? The scanner, stalker, the full.
Yeah, like how to do it in the scanner so that you can figure out better the profitability of a product.
So on the scanner, you click on preferences here. It will bring up the cost, and then you can do it per pound or per unit, and you can apply that cost, and then that will add it across every single ASIN here.
If I had a PO for, let's say, $600 and having it shipped to my residence and it's $175 for shipment, do I just divide that 600 by the 175 to figure out the average cost per
So
item?
what I would personally do is base it on a per pound basis. So I would look at how much that shipment weighed and then figure out the cost per pound. So let's say that the shipment costs $175 divided by 300, that'd be 58 cents. Let's say 300 pounds, right? It costs you $175, a shipment was 300 pounds, that'd be 58 cents per pound, because that way you have a better understanding. Because like a smaller product, like let's say this water bottle, well, you guys can't see it because my background is, you know, a water bottle would cost different than shipping in a package of Crest toothpaste or a toothbrush or something, you know? So depending on the weight and the dimensions of the product is ultimately going to determine the cost. So I think doing a per pound is a better option. And then also just to let you know, so in the scanner here, if you put the shipping cost per pound, that does not like translate it to the purchase order. For the purchase order, you just want to change that setting within the folder. So you have a per pound, you just make that same per pound cost, you just put it across the entire tool. The reason why is because in the scanner, these costs are just like hypothetical costs, you know, like additional costs to source. Whereas the folder and the PO, we want to make sure that these costs are a lot more accurate. That way, when we're reviewing purchase orders, we can get to a true estimated net profit before placing a purchase order to make sure that we're making money on the products we're selling.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So thank you guys. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. So take care, everyone. Have a good one.